Good afternoon, Hotel. What's happening? How you doing? Everybody, this is Craig Samuels coming to you live and direct from my living room. We're going to talk about the things that are going on in the black community, world affairs, the political climate, the racial climate, everything that comes to mind and that is affecting us directly and indirectly. And go from there and continue to build. So TJ, if you will, anything that you have on your mind right now, man, you'd like to ask, go ahead.
Brother Craig, it's good to finally get this video thing going with you.
Right.
And you know what I'm saying, I appreciate you keeping me in mind.
Absolutely.
To get this done, you know what I'm saying. And my first question would have to be, you know what I'm saying, what's the major issue in this area that makes you want to reach out to the people? What is your driving force that makes you want to reach out to people?
Well, the major issue is what I see, on a regular basis in terms of where this area, man, is the youth and the aimlessness of the youth. There's no structure, there's no guidance, there's no direction, and they're just out here,
right?
Just doing what they're doing, But then we have the adults who have the audacity, to want to, come down on the youth. You got all types of negative things you want to say, but you're not doing anything.
Ain't giving them nothing to replace what they got.
Nothing to replace, So what do you have by way of substance?
Well, what are we hoping to offer them?
Absolutely, and what we offer them has to keep their attention. Because for so long, many of the youth out here, at least especially the ones that I come in contact with, for so long they've been out here raising themselves.
Right.
Videos have been raising them. Peer pressure has been a factor.
And these days it's Facebook and Instagram and Snapchat raising them.
Right. So when something of a positive nature with truth to it and something that takes effort to get to a successful place, when something like that comes, it's rejected because of what they've been doing for so long. It's become a norm. And anything that I might say, is abnormal to the programmed mind of these youngsters, and that's a sad commentary.
Yes, it is. So, what will we be able to offer them? As the adults, as the elders, you know what I'm saying? I'm still pretty young. I'm 38, but it's funny to hear a lot of these young folks call me OG or old school. You know what I'm saying? I'm not used to it yet because I feel young still. But what can we establish for the youth?
A rapport. Starting off, we have to gain their trust. In order to be able to tell them anything, we have to gain their trust and lead by example. I mean, and when I say lead by example, I don't mean to use that as a tired phrase just because it's something that sounds good. I mean, really, if we're men here in this community and we see young men out here struggling to become men, caught in this boyish fantasy of things that are going on out here, the things that they glorify that only lead to self-destruction or as a self-destructive path or pattern, then we failing to do our job. So as men, we have to show them what it's going to take to cross over the threshold from being a boy into manhood. And that's just being ourselves and taking them under our wings and showing them the right, wrong, correcting them, because we're going to need to correct them. A lot of them out here don't have any authority in their lives.
I think they don't have any authority in their lives because a lot of people are afraid of them, and that's what we need is our elders to be fearless when dealing with these, especially the ones, because my encounter with a lot of our youths is they crazy, they doped up, they popping pills and they drunk all the time and fiending for cigarettes,
Well, then we have to ask ourselves the question, why?
Because
why are they doped up?
They want to escape.
Why did they want to escape? And so when you want to escape something, that means to some degree, and we have different levels of what I'm about to say, there's a pain and there's a dysfunction, and they're interchangeable. Dysfunction is pain. Pain is dysfunction. And so when you don't have an outlet or an escape, you create one. Whether it's drugs, alcohol, promiscuity, or just gangs, or anything that they can do that they think makes them feel wanted, accepted, alive, or what have you. Anything they can do to escape that pain or that dysfunction.
Right.
But see, what happens is what they think is reality is really a fantasy, and that becomes their reality.
Right, and that fantasy begins with the apple pie that we promised in America. You know, just believing in all of this.
Absolutely. So then the question has to be, and this is an indicting question, is where's the adults? What happened to the African village? What happened to that your child is my child? What happened to you, my brother, and I am my brother's keeper, my sister's keeper? What happened? Do we stand idly by and watch the kids destroy themselves? Have we gotten too caught up in our own personal agenda that we're neglecting those that we say was our future? You heard the song, "The children are our future." I believe the children are our future. Well, that's true. Because when it's all said and done, I'm 50, and I'm not going to be able to do the things I'm doing forever. You know, you're not going to be able to do things you're doing forever. So what are we imparting into these kids right now that's viable, that they're going to grow up and become effective in carrying on the baton once we give it to them?
Most definitely, most definitely. That's the real question, you know. What are we going? The only thing we can give them is reality and the truth.
And we have to give them reality and the truth, and then we also have to come to grips with the fact that we're not going to reach everybody.
Right.
There are some that is not going to listen, and then, you know, as disheartening as that may be, that's reality as well, and you just have to let them go on their way. Some people insist on learning things the hard way.
Right. So
Le pas de marche, c'est le rythme. Les paroles, c'est des rythmes.
Kini masene kela ibo seneti. Eke. Kini masene kela ibo seneti. Eke. Kana eke. Kana kuduba. Kana eke. Kana kuduba. Kana eke. Kana kuduba. Kana eke. Kini masene kela ibo seneti. Kana kuduba. Eke. Kana kuduba. Eke. Kana kuduba. Eke. Eke seneti gumma eke seneti gumma eke seneti gumma kana eke seneti gumma kana eke seneti gumma eke kana kuduba kana ibidi eke na ibidi na ibidi na ibidi na eke na ibidi kana eke kana na ibidi kana na ibidi kana na ibidi kana eke kana na ibidi ba na kuduba kana